Mr. Primetime.
Cheers. Welcome back. Hopefully this is a little more civil the first 10 minutes tonight.
I can't guarantee that. It's interesting. It's day by day. It's just interesting to see how this drama unfolds. And I will say my anger that I have. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for watching us, supporting us, having conversations with us, feeling the need to direct message us and send us. And I enjoy it. And see, unlike other podcasts, I'll respond to every friggin' tweet. I respond to every comment, every email, everything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my feedback in my video.
I'm surprised you're getting hate though. Like usually that's directed at me. Like I got a ton of that shit. Like for the 4 months.
Oh no,
the Sam Darnold stuff. So I'm surprised you're getting anything.
No, I'm an excuse maker for Wilson. I'm a homer. I never treated Darnold like this. Dude, first of all, half these people don't even know what our Darnold experience was. We were only doing live streams then. First of all, but it's just
we were on the sidelines.
Yeah, exactly. So, we'll say hello to everybody first. So, sorry for the late start tonight. This is all me. I am just completely swamped. My schedule is crazy right now. So, this is all my fault.
For once, it wasn't me.
Nope, it was definitely me tonight. I've just been completely just ridiculous.
Isn't there somebody else that's supposed to be on right now?
Yes, I'll give the update with him too. One Jets Drive. I want to watch that. Did you watch it Primetime?
Not yet. No.
We got to watch that and give our recap of video review on that.
Jets are probably waiting for it from me too.
I know.
I didn't even think of that. Shit, should be on.
Yep. So everybody, I'm gonna watch it as well. Let's see, CJ Mosley stuff. Yeah, it must be really good. So obviously the big news today is that what's up to the koala? What's up to listen to the trolls? No, they're not trolls. We're having discussions about Zach Wilson, and I'm going to
some of them are definitely trolling you,
and I'm going to respond to people like this,
and you feed into it.
Yep, I feed into it because I know. Stam, I heard you still sucking. No, but it's just funny, dude, because it's slowly but surely the media is starting to take advantage of it. Then you have other fans. This is the way it spirals out of control. Yep. And it's like you had the bad practice on Saturday, but now it's like it went from a bad practice, which we attended firsthand, to one of the worst football performances we've ever seen in our lives. We never said that. like now it's like it was a complete.
Well, I was gonna say like the Stephen A's of the world, the Colin Cowers of the world, like we expected from them. And I agree with you. Like there's probably a 3 to 5% like of the fan base that are in this boat where it's just like everything Jets sucks, same old Jets, no matter what. Zach Wilson's a bust. Like those people I don't have time for. Like the people I was trying to talk to last night were the people that just like have that little pit in their stomach that, you're just waiting for Zach Wilson to string together like 2 or 3 solid days in a row, build his confidence up. Like we're just waiting to see that. Like those are the people I was trying to talk to last night. The people that are jumping off the ship already. Like I watched the one clip of Stephen A. He didn't even know how to fucking pronounce Michael Piron's name.
Yep.
So like, I mean, like paying attention to the national media guys who have no idea what's going on with the Jets. Stephen A. didn't even know like who Elijah Moore was. These people don't have any clue what's going on with the team. So again, we're always going to have that portion of the fan base. And like at this point, we got to get used to it. The comparisons, they're going to be here all year with Darnold, with Fields, with Lance. Every week it's going to be something. When Wilson plays well, those people are going to be silent. When, Wilson's having a bad day and Trey Lance goes off or somebody else goes off, we're going to hear it. Like it's just something we got to get used to for the year.
The thing is, like people are forming this analysis. They haven't even played a preseason game yet. Like that's insane, dude. He's been how many practices has he had? 10? Like we're at this point now where we're already ripping a kid, questioning him. Is Zach Wilson the guy for the Jets? Here's a newsflash. We won't even know after this year. Fuck the preseason. Who cares about training camp? At the end of this year, we're not going to know. Did we know what Sam was at the end of his first year? At the end of his second year, we had no idea. And we're gonna form these opinions after 2 weeks of practice.
Ask the Bills fans about Josh Allen after year 1.
My God, man. And then it's like, and it's so funny because now what's happening is people that didn't even go to practices, that don't even go to practices, didn't attend the green and white scrimmage, they're forming opinions. Oh, well, he was terrible on Saturday. Really? Tell me what you saw on Saturday. What was so terrible about Saturday? Oh, you weren't there. So you're taking the reports. I mean, we saw what we saw. He wasn't good, but he wasn't, throwing interception after interception, fumbling the ball. He didn't look overmatched. It's early in the process, but now everybody's just piling on. Like, let's just shit on Zach Wilson. And then they're asking, and I like Connor Hughes a lot, dude. But even Connor Hughes is like, well, when do you know if he's close or not? Dude, it's 2 weeks of camp, man. Like, what are we doing here? come on, like we should know better than this. And like I'm telling you, I'll make a video after this. So all you guys that want to sit here and say I'm making excuses and all this shit, I'll make the video. I'll give you my opinion. Fire out your comments, and I will take time to respond to every one of your fucking comments because we've been down this path already. We've seen it over and over and over, and it's far too early to know if he's good or bad or anything else. It's going to take time. And you know why it's going to take time? Because there's a whole goddamn new offense, a new coach, a new coordinator, a new everything. Everything is new. New players, new receivers. Everything's new. New running backs, new tight ends, new offensive linemen. And half of them are hurt. Like, fuck, come on, man. And Colin Coward, that fucking guy is a clown, dude. Yeah. Like, and it's like, I don't want to, I hate reacting to him, but everybody tags me in his shit. So I feel obligated to, you watch him. The Manziel reference is stupid, dude. It could not be any, there's no similarities. Their body types aren't even the same, if we're being completely honest.
Just the swagger, that's it.
But the swagger, but the build, even Zach Wilson's build, his demeanor, the way he handles himself, he's not a party boy. He's not reckless like Johnny Manziel was. There's nothing reckless about his game. He's a very good athlete, but the comparisons are ridiculous, dude. Like, stop, like, just like, why do we have to go down this path this early already? Like, why? And I can tell you why it is. It's because there's a portion of these people that want to say, I told you so. I told you Zach Wilson stuck. I told you should never let Sam Darnold go. I told you. That's what it is.
That's it.
Do people just want to say I was right?
Legitimate Jeff fans, I don't think that way. National media people, yeah, they're all about trying to be right.
There are Jeff fans that want.
I don't think there's a lot of Jeff fans.
But you know what the funny thing is?
Rather be right 5 years from now than to have the Jets be good. I don't think there's that many. There's a small portion that are very vocal on social media that are that way. I don't think there's that many Jet fans that legitimately would rather be right than watch the team win.
No, but there's a portion of Jet fans that are just, they're like that cynical negative that always want to be like, I told you we should draft Trey Lance.
Oh yeah.
Like it's funny because we did draft show after draft show, but we had this analysis over how many times. A lot of the analysis was, should we take Fields or Zach Wilson? Trey Lance wasn't even mentioned all that much. And how many shows did we do, dude? We did tons of them. Yep. And now it's like, oh, I told you. What did you tell me? And what are you basing on? Because now, are you at 49er camp every friggin' day? I know you're not, but that's just, you act like you are. It's like, God, man, this is just, it's annoying as shit, man. So annoying. Like, it's disappointing too, because it's like, and Salah's handling it right, and it's like the kid's struggling, and he's being honest. Like, listen, man, it's going to get worse because the defense is going to get more aggressive. They're going to keep coming after him. He's got to learn. And you're going to learn by just pain and suffering.
Well, not just that. Once he learns this defense and starts to actually string together a few good practices, then it's going to be a whole new adjustment doing it against other defenses in preseason. Then it ratchets up even more once you get to the regular season. Then you have some film on you where, defenses can actually study what you're doing well, what you're not doing well. And then it's a whole readjustment after that. So it's going to be a long process. I think where some fans are frustrated is that we expected the ups and downs. I think over the last 8 to 9 days, there's been a lot more downs than there's been ups.
So what? That's part of the process.
No, it is. It is. But I mean, like, be honest though. Like, when we were leaving Saturday night, were we like in any way inspired by what we saw on offense?
No, but it's just like, but this is the roller coaster ride it's going to be
long term. But like, yeah, exactly. It's a roller coaster. I just wish there was a little bit more ups along the way.
And then I'm like, this sucked. It wasn't good.
And I think there will be soon.
And I walked away like, it sucked. It wasn't good, but it's ridiculously early. And he, according to every report, the kid's a film junkie, wants it bad, is going to work his ass off. When this coaching staff was hired, everybody praised them. Very good hires, very good hires. We all supposedly have faith in the coaching staff. So they're going to fuck shit up and then they're going to fix it. And they'll screw shit up and they're going to fix it. And it's going to be a process. Just like when Mike LaFleur is probably calling plays, like, you know what? These aren't working. We got to change our offense a little bit. This is like, and then we go back and say, okay, listen, what plays don't you like? If you don't like them, we're not going to call them. Like, that's all this shit you got to iron out over the next 3-4 weeks. Start figuring it out. And the other thing too is they're not game planning in a scrimmage. They go in with scripted plays. Here we go. It's just, you're trying out things, figuring out what happens, what doesn't happen. There's so many different things that goes on. It's just, man, it's already annoying, man. It's disappointing. Like, you want to see him come out and have a really good practice.
It's only going to get worse though once there's actual games to talk about. So.
Not for me, it's not. I'm gonna keep the one thing is I'm gonna
saying all the comparisons, all the discussion, the negative fans.
But nobody. The thing is, nobody remembers Sam Darnold's rookie year. Nobody remembers shit except for his last 4 games. They don't remember the highs and lows.
I remember this.
Yeah, but the last 4 games. But we remember all the beginning of the season, all the other shit. How he was in training camp. Like, there's gonna be growing pains. There's gonna be a learning curve. This is all a process, man. It's all part of it. I have newsflash for you. Justin Fields is gonna have shitty days too, and so is Trey Lance, and so is Trevor Lawrence. Everybody's gonna have them.
The one thing I will bring up from Sam's training camp, he did have McCown, he had Bridgewater. I do wish at this point, like because Zach is struggling because of the loss of Greg Knapp, even more so now, bring in a veteran, like not Josh Johnson, like somebody else that could actually, if you need, be ready to play. Because if let's just say after week 2 of the preseason, we're still seeing all the same shit from Zach Wilson. Are you comfortable just throwing him out there week 1? Like, at what point do you worry about his confidence being derailed, him not being ready and developing bad habits? And it's not an indictment on him. Like, Mahomes sat most of his rookie year, Pennington sat for 2 years, Aaron Rodgers sat for 2 years. Like, at what point do you start to worry? Like, all right, this kid's not ready. We need to take a step back, let him watch a little bit.
But what did we say all offseason? What do we say? The Jets should have a veteran backup quarterback. Yeah. We said it. Oh, no, fuck that, because we invested in James Morgan and Mike White. We don't need it. That's completely overvalued. There's no value in that, as we keep saying, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, so what we'll do is we will share the link because we started late, and Tuesday night is for you guys to join us. And if you want to talk this about, great. Want to talk about something else? I'd be happy to do that as well, because this is already annoying topic.
This is gonna be a fun year.
Yeah, and then no, I'm not gonna go down that path.
Go down it.
No, because even Evan Roberts was trying to chime in today. Like, I made the dumb mistake of listening to Evan and Jerry Recco, and Evan Roberts had his like, "Whoa, is Zach Wilson done or not?" And he's like, "If I don't see a lot on Saturday, I'm going to be very concerned." So what are you going to see? He's going to play what, 2 series, and then what? How many passes is he possibly going to throw on Saturday? 6, maybe 10 passes, maybe that's it.
Not even that many.
Like what? So now you're going to be disappointed on like a 2 drives on the first preseason game. It's amateur hour shit, man. It's disappointing.
I think the second preseason game should be a nice evaluation. As long as he's in and out of the huddle, the offense looks somewhat functional. I think we can feel confident like heading into the regular season. But just the fact that I think that it's been like 8 or 9 days in a row where it's been more like defense and the offense hasn't really made many splash plays. I think that's why some fans are a little.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get Vera Tucker back too. You want to get the offensive line back in place, and then also the joint practices are going to help too. With the Eagles coming to town, you're going to get a lot of different looks, and I have a funny feeling that the intensity is going to pick up tremendously when there's somebody else on your field. You know what I mean? Like
that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, like when you even any sport, when you spar your buddies or you're practicing against your buddies, but when it's somebody else that you're not familiar with, it always just goes up, man. That's just the way it's going to be. So, let's see what we got here. Do a couple more comments. Will you be at Jets Giants? I won't be. No, we could probably live stream it if you want.
Yeah, Saturday night, right?
Yeah, live stream it. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So, I spoke to Mr. Tyrone tonight. He's got a very bad sinus infection. Yeah, I talked to him. He's got a very bad sinus infection, man. So he was willing to try to tough it out, but he says, unfortunately, at night he feels 10 times worse than he does during the day. It's just so he's on medication and shit. So I wasn't. He offered to come on. I'm like, dude, if you feel like shit, don't do it for us, man. I'm like, we don't. It's no big deal. At the end of the world.
Get well soon, man. Get well soon.
Yeah.
Rest up.
Yep. Let's see. We'll go. Yeah, Craig Carton wasn't even on today. That was just Evan Roberts saying shit. And I was like, come on, man. Like he was trying to be entertaining, but it was just exposed how much he doesn't really know about the Jets and just what's going on in football right now.
Watch that Stephen A. Smith clip if you want to like listen to somebody that doesn't know shit about football. Not pronouncing names, not knowing the Jets wide receiver depth chart. Like he went on this like rant for like a minute and a half, not knowing anything about like the Jets weapons at all. He's like, who the hell is Zach Wilson going to throw to? I don't know these guys. Like, yeah, no shit. You don't know them because you don't follow the Jets at all.
All right, let's go. This guy we haven't talked in a while. Jomo, what's up, man?
Yo. What's going on, guys?
Where the hell you been?
What's up, dude?
I've been super busy. Work got slammed, and I've tried to find time a couple times, but I don't even remember what happened. Probably went to sleep.
Well, Jomo, so since Zach Wilson's now a bust, who's gonna be the next quarterback of the Jets?
All right. No, I don't understand. Since the last time I've been on, I'm still riding the Wilson hype train. I mean, I think the dude's unbelievable. He's got talent that just can't be taught. Haven't been able to personally go to any of the practices, but I mean, I just know the kid's arm. I've watched him for so many hours that he's got talent that you just can't teach. And I'm really not worried about him if he takes a couple weeks to get acclimated, he's learning a whole new offense. He's learning a whole new terminology. He's working with a whole bunch of guys he's never worked with before. Guys that run much faster than the guys ran at BYU. Like, I don't know. I'm excited for this offense, though. I'll tell you that.
What are some of your early impressions of the way Salah's been running training camp?
I think he treats everybody like a man, and I think that's really all players really want nowadays. That's kind of like the modern athlete, right? They just kind of want respect. They want everybody to be treated as like equal, and they just want everybody to work for a common goal, man. Like, I just got done watching the One Jets Drive.
Yep.
Episode was awesome, and CJ Mosley had this one part where he goes, I just asked everybody, like, why are you here? Like, what's your why? And I mean, if these guys are saying, like, I'm here because I want to be the best player in my position, like Elijah Moore, I mean, they all have the right attitude. If you watch the interviews, they all kind of spit out the same philosophy. Everybody's bought in, man.
It's all about
and that's
team.
something. Yeah, that's something that we haven't seen in.
How long is that? How long is that episode? Is that a half hour or an hour show?
It's like 33 minutes. It's awesome. The last part, Elijah
hour.
Moore got me, man. It's like the very last clip. It's like 10 seconds. Elijah Moore is just, I love that guy.
Odell had nice comments on Moore today.
Who did?
Yeah.
Odell Beckham.
Did he really?
Yeah, he said, don't be surprised if he's an All-Pro year one.
Really?
Yeah, he was saying something like, Moore knows things at this age that I didn't even know about. Like, he had some really high praise for him.
Yeah, man. I mean, Moore is the real deal. You got all these guys talking high about him. I mean, he's something else. The running back room.
So what do you want to see this? They got Jets Giants Saturday night, first preseason game. There's only 3 games. What do you want to see Saturday night?
I want to see a team that looks like they're all on the same page, working together. I don't want to see guys that look like lazy out there, look like they don't know what they're doing. I just want to see a team with a lot of togetherness, I guess.
Any players in particular that you're going to be looking at?
Definitely Elijah Moore. Definitely some of the other receivers. I'm looking at the running game. I want to see Michael Carter bust one out. I want to see Ty Johnson bust one out. I mean, we know that they got speed. We know that they can just take it to the house. So, I mean, that's something I want to see. On the defensive end, I want to see what the corners look like. Apparently, there's a lot of positivity coming in now for Bless and Bryce.
Yep.
So, I'd like to see them kind of show what they got, but I don't expect them to play more than a series or 2.
Jomo, good talking to you, man. We appreciate you joining us.
Yeah,
hey, guys. Back. Yeah, I'll
Stop
see
being
you
a stranger, man.
Hey, I'll try. Take it easy.
See you later, man. All right, so prime time. Here we go. Burrow, Herbert, Baker, and Kyler were flashing right away. So all these guys, their first 2 weeks of training camp were lights out. Is that now? So now we're evaluating we were at the practices for the first 2 weeks of all these guys now. That's what they were doing. Because Baker wasn't even starting.
Every quarterback's different, and even more so, like Wilson. Like one of the things I talked about when he was drafted was the competition that he faced, and even like some of the other videos today, we're talking about like, the clean pocket that he's had. There's a lot of adjustments from the speed of the game, like just getting rid of the ball quickly. Like, it's going to be a process with him, so it's still early, man.
I mean, Herbert wasn't starting because Tyrod Taylor was starting. Baker's first year, he wasn't starting. But just run with that. Run with that narrative, though. Even though it's not correct, you just run with that, though. Yeah, exactly. It's just not true. So let's see. We'll go. We're gonna go to where'd he go? Vinny, what's up, man?
Fellas, long time.
Yo,
how you been?
What's up, man?
I'd be better if I would stop tuning into Colin Cowherd and the trash that he puts out on YouTube. I can't. Why does this? You're right. But honestly, it's just like, why does this guy have so much hate out for not just Zach Wilson, but the Jets in general? I mean, it seems
personal with Zach Wilson now. That's like his whipping boy for some reason. I have no idea why.
Well, I'll tell you the reason why. It's because he replaced his boyfriend in Sam Darnold. That's why.
It could be. Yeah, I mean, that could very well be. He's bitter, man. He's got legit anger towards him.
I think
Well,
somebody
no,
else
I mean-
posted a clip like talking about like when the Niners were potentially interested in Zach Wilson, he had like some more positive things to say, and then once it became the Jets pick, then it shifted.
I mean, people tend to also forget this is the same guy who told all Jets fans that we need to book our Super Bowl tickets for our
Yep.
AFC Championship game that's going to be held at MetLife Stadium, and I
Case
think
was
the
the
word
guy.
he used. Well, no, he called us all a bunch of dopes for being upset about the hire. Let's not forget that. And this guy he's total trash. I mean, and the fact that Wilson had this one bad practice that we keep hearing about, I mean, and what's all this other nonsense he puts out there that he's got a little bit of Johnny Manziel in him. He's arrogant. He's this. He's that. He's the third. He comes from wealth. I mean, didn't Sam Darnold also come from a privileged life and a wealthy family last time I checked?
I got a newsflash for you, dude. There's a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL that came from money. That has nothing to do with it. I mean, it's like trying to find any possible thing to find a flaw in this kid just to bring him down and tear him down and say he's not. Give us every reason why he can't make it. It's ridiculous, man. So, but what do you want to see on Saturday night, man? What are you looking forward to?
I just want to see a couple solid drives, and I want them to put points together. I want to see the ball spread around. I mean, I want to see Mims get the ball, Davis. I want to see Carter bust one out. You know what I wanted to actually ask you is this thing that I read online about CJ Henderson being made available. I mean, would you make a play for him? Because honestly, I don't feel comfortable at all putting Bless Austin out there as with the starting lineup. Just between us, I think he stinks.
How much you giving up for him though?
Definitely not a first. I mean, if they're ready to give up on him because they feel they got better corners, I would say maybe a second, one of the lower second of the two that we have, and maybe a player. I would throw Crowder in there.
I would definitely consider a second, but we were talking about this last night. It's definitely a red flag when a team drafts you in the top 10, and then a year later, they're getting ready to trade you, or at least they're thinking about it. So something seems a little off there.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I don't think we're done making moves, but with that being said, I still don't think we're a playoff team. But like you said, Tyson, I just want to see progression. That's all. I want this team to get better and better and better. And I think you hit the nail on the head. I think it's not out of the realm to talk about 7 wins, more than triple your win total, and then next year with all the draft picks, all the money, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, the goal is he's going to make a lot of mistakes in September. Don't make the same ones in December. Like, see like an evolution throughout the season. That's the whole goal. It's not too much to ask for, I don't think.
No, not at all. Definitely not.
Vinny, good talking to you, man. Thanks for calling in.
Hold on.
Okay.
Before we let you go, just a quick bone to pick. So I was scrolling Facebook the other day, and a comment popped up, and I was like, "Oh, Vinny," and I read it, and it said that another YouTube channel inspired you to do your channel. I thought you said that me and Tyson inspired you.
Jesus. I haven't put out any content in over 2 months. Honestly, I'm just like you guys. I'm not trying to get the most subscribers, this and that. I haven't dropped a video in 2 months. I just like having any excuse to talk about the Jets, man. That's all. All my friends are Cowboys fans. I will eventually, but like I said,
everybody just shuns us, dude. My time, it's just nobody wants to be associated with us. We just get used by people. That's all it is. I'm used to it at this point. Shit.
I like any excuse to talk about this team. That's all I ever do. And now and buried us. So you sideswiped the question though. So
we understand that you're not working on your channel, but you said that somebody else inspired you to do your channel. It wasn't us.
Well, I tune into all of these channels. I mean, at the end of the result, we're all Jets fans. We're one big family, right?
Yeah, we're one big family.
I'll take that as a consolation prize. That's fine.
Yeah, what are we doing? Vinny, have a good night, man.
Good call.
Thanks for having me, guys.
I'm used to it, man. We just get I'm glad you said that, dude. I forgot about that. It's so funny because people will come on here and try to be like our best friends, like, oh, it's so much fun, and the minute they go to another show, we get ripped. I don't know why is that. I don't understand. No comment, prime time?
No, it's what it is. Everybody has their own agenda. I don't have any ill will towards anybody.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, hold on a second. There was a what's up, Pierre Louis? Hey guy, I love the show. You guys are awesome. This is coming from a huge Dolphin fan. Dolphins are going to sweep the Jets this year, just like you. So he came in. He was smart. He came in nice, and then ended with the big power
Because he knew you would post it when you saw the first line. And then, yep.
I'll post that. Yeah, it's
Smart.
fine. Good luck to your Dolphins, man. You're not gonna sweep us though, so we will make a friendly wager. So make sure you keep watching this. Keep watching this, man. We'll make some kind of bet with you, because I'm sure right now, while you're talking all this shit, you're completely concerned about Tua. First of all, playing well and playing all 17 games. So good luck to you and him. Let's see. Armand, you don't have to lie to us, man. We understand. We're not number one. we get it. It's cool. It's fine. We're used to it at this point. So we go. Let's see who can we go to here. We got Elias. Yeah, all the heavy hitters here. We'll go to our music director here. See what he's got to say.
What's going on, guys? How are we doing tonight?
How are your third place Mets doing?
Rained out, hopefully.
Oh, I haven't watched the team. I was out in I was in New York with the family and stuff. So
You didn't miss much. Soto hit a 3-run
I know.
homer in
I
the
was
first
able.
inning.
Yep, I was able to avoid the Mets. I'm going out of town this week during the West Coast road trip.
But why
so
are you avoiding the
thank
Mets,
God.
man? You have a baseball podcast. The Mets should be your focus. You got to give me analysis of where it's all going wrong. And see, the benefit of
You
all
watch
this
my
is
show. It's not analysis, man.
no, but see, no, but the benefit of all this, the Mets are actually doing a service for primetime. He doesn't realize this. Primetime doesn't have to watch Titanic now. He's already seeing it with the Mets.
You still gotta watch Titanic, man. Come on, we've all been waiting for this game.
I mean, I think the 2008 Mets were probably more the Titanic when they collapsed in September that year.
Oh my
But
God. It's just
this feels
it's like
just as bad right now.
0
First
to
for so
1
long.
runs a night, and now the pitching can't carry us much longer, and everyone's hurt. Like it's
So
a
when's the
disaster.
Grom coming back to save the season?
I'd shut him down for the year. Keep him healthy.
Yeah,
He can have a big year next year. He's
ready
had all
for
these
September.
setbacks. And all these
If he's
little
ready
nicks
for
and stuff.
September and you're 2 games out, he's coming back.
Okay, yeah, if you're 2 games out, but if we're 10 games under 500,
What about Syndergaard? Isn't he going to save the day?
I
Bullpen.
doubt it. I mean, I hope to see him come back pitch, but he's not going to save today. He's coming off Tommy John.
It's
like the same
interesting how this
situation with, like, a
interesting how this
Severino.
conversation changed over the last month, isn't it? It's fascinating to me.
That's the great thing about baseball, man. You can have your team, suck the life out of you, and and then they can get hot.
That's the great thing about Twitter. When you had those tweets out there and they stay out there, and a month later you can just go find them and bring those bad boys right back up.
Yeah, man. I had a bunch
That's
of
why I wasn't talking
notifications,
as
and I'm
much
like,
shit as you.
oh, it must be Tyson tagging me in some Mets related post, and it was.
Well, I mean, you got to see, the one thing is you got to be like Pete Alonso, man. You got to say, listen,
Smile.
you can trust me and just
Oh,
smile.
my
We're
God.
going to do this. Go team, go.
The Mets need a new PR team. Like, Pete Alonso should
New
not be
manager.
saying that. Steve Cohen needs to get his ass off Twitter ASAP because
He's
it's
my
not
favorite
how-
follow.
it's not
Him and
making
Woody
it any
Johnson.
better. Woody Johnson's way better. I'll just not as an owner, but way better at Twitter. It's just the Mets they need a new front office. They need a new manager for Rojas. He's not it. And
You guys were in
Sandy-
first place the entire season. What are you worried about, man?
Yeah, the lineup
Weren't
has been
playing well, though.
awful ever since he showed up. Like, yeah, we were winning some games every now and then, but they're all like 1-0, 2. Like, our pitching was carrying us. And like, if you watch the games, you could see the stupid.
I'm not
indecision
watching that
stuff.
shit. It's
I
terrible.
know, obviously, you're not a Mets fan, but like, yeah, no, it's. I mean, I don't watch like any other team religiously, but like, you watch it in this, like his decisions in game are terrible. And like Sandy Alderson, Mets fans love the guy because he got us to a World Series in 2015, but it was 6 years ago. Like, let's move on. He's a Oakland A Moneyball guy. Let's get a guy in who's going to spend the money. You know what I'm saying?
So, Elias, let's start with this.
agree.
What are your thoughts on all this Zach Wilson nonsense this early in camp?
Oh my, it's ridiculous. Like, seriously, like I didn't know Colin Cowherd said something today and I just looked it up. It's just the same stuff. The Manziel comparison is stupid because if you watched Manziel back in the day, it was just hike, run away out of the
Yep.
pocket and throw it to some wide open guy.
Impromptu
Wilson's
shit,
not.
dude.
Wilson will bail out of the pocket when no one's open or when he's there's not, and if he's running from pressure or something, he's not going to.
It's a lazy
bail.
comparison,
It's a
man. Such-
stupid comparison. And does he have an issue with quarterbacks being cocky or something? Like, he hates Baker Mayfield. He can't
Yep.
deny that Baker
Yep.
I think he hates Wilson because Sam Darnold he said was Andrew Luck, and I mean Sam
Yep.
Darnold's an absolute bust, obviously. We'll see what he does in Carolina, but to this point, he's not lived up to a number 3 pick. That's for damn
Nope.
sure. So I think he's just butthurt about that, to be honest. But
And he's so infatuated with wealth. Like, why
Yeah,
does
I don't
wealth
get it.
bother him so much?
so
Like,
many quarterbacks come from wealth.
the fucking Mannings.
They're gonna be rich. Yeah, they're gonna be rich eventually too. I mean, their goal is to get loaded. Look at Josh Allen just signed a huge contract. It's like, well, I'm sorry, Wilson isn't like some farm kid who, oh my God, his uncle owns JetBlue. He's a bad quarterback. It said in an article, Cowherd has concerns about Wilson. Small comes from wealth and with small school or something. Small school. Mahomes went to Texas Tech. Josh Allen, I could make up. I could talk about this all day. It's ridiculous. And the small size thing is stupid because we just saw Drew Brees have one of the best careers of all time. And he's smaller
bigger.
than
He's bigger than Drew Brees, and he's wider. He's stockier. He's got a bigger build than Drew Brees.
He weighed in the same.
Aaron Rodgers too. He's what, like 6'1"?
Yeah, he weighed in as the same weight as Trevor Lawrence. I'm pretty sure. And Trevor Lawrence is like 5 inches on him.
Yep. So what do you want to see on Saturday night, man? What are you looking forward to the most?
My guy Mims, man. I mean, I think he's been, everyone's all this shit about him being on the bubble and all. He's going to get traded is just ridiculous. Like, people don't understand that they're going to rotate receivers in. Yeah, maybe he might not have as much of a role as we maybe anticipated him having, but you got to understand a lot of these coaches, like, if you have the veteran players, the young guys got to earn it. Like Keelan Cole, they didn't sign him just to sit on the bench all year. Like, he's a really quality receiver. And like people talking about Mims not being a fit at all. Yeah, he's not Brandon Ayuk. He's not Deebo Samuel, who's some elite yak guy, but Keelan Cole isn't this elite. He's a contested catch guy too. Like the flashes Mims showed last year. I don't know how you can't get excited about him, especially, with Darnold, he played like crap, but with Flacco, like Joe Flacco of all people, he played really well against Chargers. Well, so I'm looking at him and just pretty much just looking at all the positions that are having some sort of kind of a battle, the running back position, who's going to elevate the corners. I'm intrigued to see, especially if the Giants play some of their studs like a Kenny Galladay, I'll see how a guy like a Bryce Hall or Bless Austin.
Galladay's out with a hamstring, I think, though.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But the one, just going back to Mims real quick though. And the one thing that, everything Mike LaFleur said is he's like, they take the player and find out what makes them the best. Like, how can we maximize their potential? And you find ways in the offense to make them flourish. So then all of a sudden the rap is he doesn't fit the Jets offense.
Exactly.
Well, they've been saying the entire offseason that we're going to take all our players and cater plays them to make them be the best they could possibly be. So that's like, it's the whole that narrative doesn't even match what they're doing. Like, if you're a good coordinator and you have a talented receiver, you find ways to make plays for them. That's just the way it works. Like,
and I'm just like, this offense just does that of like, elevating players. Like, you watch the 49ers, they do so much pre-motion. They do a lot of, they get creative with their blocking, so they actually have a productive run game. I started hating running the ball for, last year because it's just Frank Gore up the middle for 1 yard and drive over. Like, I haven't seen a quality run game on my own team like ever.
But not even that, dude. Look at the Jets go 3 or 4 wide. You have legitimate receivers you have to hold accountable. So like, somebody's going to be open. Like, you can scheme these guys open. I mean, Java's going to like that, but it's, because Java in the schemes, but that, that's what you can do though. You can scheme guys open. Like, you can get Mims in space and utilize his skills effectively. Just a matter of, can he take his game to where he is just as good or not better? Like, you have 4 good receivers ahead of him, dude. That's just the way it is. Yeah. So play better and raise your game.
The thing about football in general is, like, a lot of times, they might not have the flashy stats or whatnot, but they're helping their teammate. That's the thing with Lawson. Everyone's talking about that. Yeah, he doesn't have all the sack numbers, but guys can clean up for him. He gets the initial pressure. And the same thing with the wide receiver. If one guy's taking the really tough corner and the other corner isn't as good, and he's, getting open on him, but obviously the quarterback doesn't want to throw it that way because it's a tough corner, it lets all these other guys get open. So that's
they got a lot
I'm
of
just
options,
excited
man.
to see, the amount of versatility this team has. Everyone has, like you said, a specific skill set, and I think this coaching staff can really get it out of them.
Yeah, and right now it's just like, I think because this, like, baseball season's kind of slow or whatever it is, it's just everybody's like over analyzing every little thing. Like, one bad practice, gotta cut him, gotta trade him, gotta do this, gotta do that. It's like, dude, you have an entire training camp to get through. You have all these preseason games. There's so much that's going to change over the next month. Like, save the hot takes. You know what I mean? Like, just
and like, I think it might be because like camps weren't open to the public last year, so people are being able to see it themselves. Like, I know you guys have gone to a bunch of camp and whatnot. So like, I guess it's stuff like that. Like, it's different from just getting reports from a reporter. You get to see with your own eyes. So everyone's. The media in general is just who's the first to get the clicks, and
negativity sells.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it is. Elias, thank you for calling in, man. We appreciate it. Good to see you, and good luck to your Mets, man. I hope you get through the rain delay tonight.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I'm okay going without it tonight. If I'm being honest, you guys have a good one there.
Take care, man. Prime time. You don't want to see the rain delay, man?
No, I'd rather see it postponed. Let's make it up when we're hot.
When's that going to be? Next year?
Maybe September.
Yeah, I think the same thing with Mims. I think, and he had a couple big plays today. You could see the coaches, definitely backing him up. So It's going to be.
My concern isn't him and his talent. It's just where's he getting reps. That's my only concern. You know, if you're actually running a lot of 2 running back sets, 2 tight end sets, where's he going to be out there? He's not in front of Corey Davis, that's for sure. And the way Elijah Moore's playing, he's going to be out there. Crowder's definitely be out there. Maybe not Keelan Cole as much, but I don't know. Maybe
they rotate those guys in a lot too, though.
I would say maybe you trade Crowder at some point if Mims actually like really steps up, or maybe it's just going to come down to like one guy getting hurt. He needs to be ready to step up at that point. I don't really know, but I think it's going to be a battle for him actually getting on the field.
All right, we will go to our good friend Anthony. What's up, man?
What's up, boys? How you guys doing?
How you doing,
man? How are you?
I'm all right, dude. I was trying to find you guys at the scrimmage. I was mad I couldn't find you guys.
How hard is it, man?
F7. That's where we were.
Yeah. So yeah, I was on my way to try to find you guys, and
so, you know, you know how it works. So there's like the alphabet. You know, like A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Yeah, and then there's numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I was trying to find it. Yeah.
And they usually go down. So
yeah. I was going all the way down, but then we realized, you know what, the line's huge. We got to get in. So I got there around.
The line wasn't huge at all. We walked right in.
What time did you get there?
I got there at we went in at like. It was
what time did you get to the parking lot?
Oh, we got there at like 5:35, but then we run.
5:35.
Yeah.
The practice started at 6. I mean, the gates opened up at 6.
They let us. They actually let us in early.
Lots opened up at 4.
No, I'm talking about the stadium. No, they open it. They open early.
No,
okay,
but opened up at 4.
Yeah.
Even I was a little bit late, but
so what time exactly do you try to come see us? Let's put the time break.
This was like 5. This was
the
like
story has some holes in it.
This was like around 5:30.
All right, so at 5:30, you try to get a hold of us, and then so you were walking because we were actually.
But then we realized the line was so big.
But we were actually parked by the entrance, though. We were actually by the entrance where we parked at.
Well, where was the line to get into the parking lot or to get into the stadium?
Into the stadium.
We walked right in.
No line. We walked right in, no problem.
We walked in later.
Oh shoot!
We get the right stadium, man. Did you go to MetLife Stadium?
Yes, dude. Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
You sure you didn't go into the racetrack instead of the football stadium?
No.
Izod Center.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely find you guys at the home opener because I'm definitely.
So
going.
Lauren, he wasn't texting. He was tweeting out all the plays when prime time's at camp. He fires out all the plays very quickly.
That's why the Talk Jets radio account was actually tweeting during the entire practice.
And by the way, when I was there, I got Herndon's attention. I was screaming his name, and he waved to me.
I'm sure he loved that.
Like dude, he looked pissed off. Not gonna lie.
Would you want somebody screaming your name?
he looked. Yeah. Nah.
What were you screaming at him?
No. I just wanted him to wave it to me. Because he was walking around with Croft and Wesco. So
yeah, they were probably talking about football, about the play,
they were
wondering who these jackasses yelling at me.
Yeah, they were.
So he waved. So you made a point to piss him off, and no wonder he's dropping passes. You pissed him off. Why are you heckling our own players, man?
He just waved. He didn't smile. No, he just waved.
It'd probably make you shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shit. So what do you want to see on Saturday night, man? Jets, Giants. Are you going to that game? It's at MetLife, just in case you're wondering.
I wish, but unfortunately no. Yeah, I'm excited, man. Like we're finally gonna watch real football. It's about time, man. I'm really hoping we see all the young guys out there: Zach Wilson, Elijah Moore, Michael Carter. I'm really excited for all these guys. Hopefully, Vera Tucker's healthy, so we're gonna see him play. But we'll see what happens.
He's not playing.
He's not playing. Yeah, I would have thought.
Dan Feeney at left guard.
Oh my god.
So that's all you take. That's all you want to see. No other.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm just excited. That's all.
Prime time, you got anything?
Can we talk about no? Can we talk about this Zach Wilson drama?
I was just gonna ask you that.
Please, I want to talk about this because I've been raging for days about this. This is so.
You look like you could see it in your hair. You kind of been raging.
I know. No, all right. Let's start this. So, like, it's so ridiculous, dude. Can anyone just? Does anyone realize that he's a rookie or no? You guys, people are acting like he's like already in his third year, like he's a rookie. Who cares, dude? Like it's like I've been defending him the last few days. It's just so annoying.
So when you're defending him, what is your defense? Let's hear if you're like your defense lawyer. What's your defense?
And I just say, listen to me. It's a few practices. Who cares? He hasn't even played a preseason game yet. Who honestly cares yet? I don't get it. It's so annoying. Like I'm already listen to me, man. I'm already one of his biggest supporters. I just cannot stand people just badmouth him when he hasn't even played a preseason game yet. It's ridiculous.
I agree.
It's just like listen, it's not like you have to realize something. This isn't Sam Darnold making rookie mistakes in his third year. This is Zach Wilson making rookie mistakes.
Taking shots at Darnold
in year one. I am taking shots at Darnold.
Oof. Anthony got some heat now.
Yeah, because this whole thing it's just so annoying. That's all I'm going to say. It's just Tyson. I have the anger like you. Like I'm actually.
Yeah, I got angry. I'm angry. I'm literally angry about this shit. I'm tired of reading it. I'm just tired of reading it.
Howard comparing Zach Wilson to Johnny Manziel. It's ridiculous.
So ignore it.
I can't stand it.
Darren made a great comment a little while ago. Like these people, and we know this, like especially the national media, the Stephen A's, the Colin Cowards, they do this on purpose to get us riled up and to get us talking about it. And
Stephen A hates
every
the Jets,
single
dude.
time
He hates the Jets.
They get what they
He hates the Jets. No wonder he doesn't know any players on the team. He doesn't know Elijah Moore. He doesn't know any of these guys.
So why are we talking about his opinions? Who gives a shit?
Exactly. I don't listen to those clowns. It's annoying.
Well, we do. We get sucked into it because we see the clip. It's like a.
It gets like that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying I don't listen to it. I do, but like
you do listen to it. You just don't. Just because we were talking about it.
Because it's just annoying all these awful takes out there.
Well, we get used to them.
Yeah.
Anthony, have a good night, man. So next time, you want we can leave breadcrumbs from like our tailgate to your tailgate so you can find this. Want us to do that?
Trust me, I'll find you guys.
We'll talk to you later, man.
See ya. Have a good night.
Man.
You too. So Primetime, he was making a lot of progress, but that call didn't really go into his wheelhouse. That was not one of his better ones.
I thought it would be a better rant. I've seen a bunch of his comments. He seemed like, he was pretty pissed off at all the Zach Wilson coverage. So I thought he was going to come on and just absolutely go off on that.
I'm not buying his stadium story either, because we were there and we were right by the entrance too. So he's
a little sketchy. Yep.
In
order to get in the stadium, he had to walk right by us probably. So.
Yep. No, absolutely. Yep. Definitely offered that hot take. Zach is a rookie. Didn't know that. So that's good. Definitely some good information there. Let's see. Good to see Jose causing chaos. What else is new? Jose did a good job with his video too. Did you see the video about Jamal Adams that he did for us?
No, I didn't.
Yep. Definitely did a good job with that. Absolutely.
I will write it down now and make sure I do that after the show.
Make sure you do that after you watch the One Jets Drive. All right. There was a funny thing. It's like somebody said it smells like weed in my house. I'm not sure why. It was funny as shit. Some of the comments, like Anthony was talking, I was dying, dude. I was completely distracted by the comments. I just got lost in the chat there for a little bit.
Wait, somebody in the comments, their house smells like weed?
Yeah, they're like,
I don't know why.
My house and my room smells like weed, but I'm not sure why. But it's just
it's probably a skunk or their parents or siblings are smoking.
Or they're doing it themselves. They're just being funny as shit. We got here. We will go to. Well, this guy's always entertaining. I think we're due for something like this.
Oh no!
What's up, man?
Well, what's up? Nothing. I actually just finished my top 5 Jets list.
I was waiting for that.
Top 5 of what?
I couldn't sleep for that.
Top 5 Jets quarterback to wide receiver duos.
We talked about this last time, Primetime.
My memory's shit.
No, I think it was me and Legend. I don't think you were on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, surprisingly enough, it's actually after crunching the numbers, it literally is the order I listed them into you last time.
How many numbers did you crunch?
I could probably do this in 5 seconds.
So basically, I did a 5-point system, divided it into 3 categories: longevity, stats, and team success.
How much fucking time do you have? My God.
I actually did this. I did it last night. I started it last night.
Okay, so you made your list. You broke down the stats. You crunched your numbers.
So yeah, the maximum award is 15 points. So Namath to Maynard was number 1, of course. Okay. Around about 6 to 7 seasons worth of football played together. I gave that 5 points. 45 touchdowns, 643 yards, 6,463 yards, 322 receptions, 5 points. they won a Super. They had 3 winning seasons, 2 division titles, an AFL championship, and a Super Bowl.
That's a lot of
5
information
points.
right now. I'm almost overwhelmed.
Okay, so number 2 is Richard Todd to Wesley Walker.
Fair enough.
Number 2? Ooh.
Okay,
They have huge numbers.
About 8 seasons together, 5 points, 223 receptions, 4,061 yards, 34 touchdowns, 3 points. I gave that 3 points. 2 playoff boosts and an AFC championship appearance. I gave that 4 points for grand total of 12.
So then, based on this shit, I mean, it's got to be Kenny O'Brien and Al Tooney, number 3 then.
Yep, O'Brien. Yep, and O'Brien to Tooney.
Are we going like longevity though, like as far as like compiling stats and shit, or just like the actual best quarterback wide receiver combination? Doesn't matter how long they played together.
No. I factored in longevity because because like that it always grinds my gears when people say Brady to Moss was a great quarterback wide receiver.
Grinds my gears.
It's only 2 seasons worth of football.
All right, so we got the top 3. So number 4, let's pick number 4 then. So that's got to be. It's got to be.
It's Patrick Marshall.
No,
because longevity. That was only 1 year though, so it's got to be Pennington.
That's why I think that one should be in there though.
No. Actually,
Pennington had like
or Testaverde to Corbett.
Keyshawn or
Keyshawn. Testaverde to Corbett's number 4, and Pennington to Coles is 5.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, the links are here. My bad.
I was actually hearing people. You know what the problem is with people in their.
They think too much.
It's not the problem is that people are impatient. They want to see success right out of the get go.
You're kidding me.
What was that?
No, I'm saying you're kidding me. That the people aren't. They have no patience at all, dude. The people are ripping a quarterback that hasn't played a preseason game yet. Talk about no patience.
The other thing is, it's because everything else in their life is instant gratification. I mean, think about the last time the Jets were a competent, well-run organization developing a young, promising quarterback. 2009 with Mark Sanchez.
Yep.
Streaming was in its infancy, so for the most part, if you wanted to get a DVD, you had to get up and go either buy it or rent it from a Blockbuster. Your takeout options were either Chinese or pizza because delivery apps were not a thing. For the most part, most people didn't own a smartphone. That didn't really become a thing until 2012. What else was there?
No live streams.
Everything nowadays is just geared towards instant gratification.
Absolutely.
And people just want when things aren't instant or near instant, it frustrates them.
And right now, everybody wants to hear you play a song, and they're not getting it, and they're pissed.
Yep. Everyone wants to see you eat a pepper too.
And where are your dogs at?
The dogs are upstairs. Also, I tuned it for underneath for something in the way this time.
All right, we got a tuned guitar now. Now we're fucking playing with fucking gas. Nirvana.
Yeah, I told you I tuned it for that song this time.
See?
Actually,
I nailed it. It's prime time. Like 5 chords.
Well done.
yeah, but no, that's another thing. I also wanted to tell you this. I actually made an AVT Mekhi Becton hype video.
Oh no!
Did you really?
Oh no!
Well, you know how they said in that interview they called themselves the Smash Brothers.
Yep.
I don't like nicknames this soon. I'm still cursed from Jamal Adams and Marcus May and the dance.
Oh yeah, no,
let's get them healthy and on the field first.
Yeah, no. So obviously Smash Brothers makes you think of the popular Nintendo game.
Makes you think of Ken Seiko and Mark McGuire, but I'm just old. Okay, I thought that was the Bash Brothers. My bad.
That was the Bash Brothers. So it makes you think of the popular Nintendo video game. So I actually took highlights of their best blocks and put it to the theme song of the Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
That's actually a pretty creative idea.
That's a really good idea. Where's this video at?
Yeah.
It's on my channel. You can check it out. VMan29397.
This guy's on channel.
YouTube channel now. There you go.
I've had a YouTube channel for a while. No, I've had one for a while. You should see my you should see some of the rant video they made. Like I made a parody rant video.
What else do you do on there?
Well, I started out like years back when Minecraft was a thing, first came out of the thing, and then I just upload random sports comedy videos. I think of like I made a video. I did a video of how the Jets hired Adam Gase with the
I'm about to go
Family Guy.
watch these. What the hell is your name of your channel? I gotta go watch these. What is it?
I definitely want to check this
G-Man
out.
29397.
Oh, Jesus Christ,
So
29397.
I did another one. I did another one where I did Tom Brady's last pass as a Patriot, put to the end by the doors.
You got a lot of free time in your hands, dude.
No, that I have. So I have Tom Brady's last pick six. I put Tom Brady's worst interceptions to Ode the Joy when he left the Patriots.
A lot of free time in your hands. Vincent, thank you for joining us, man. We appreciate it. We'll check out your videos.
All right. Peace.
Have a good night. So that was
Good night, man.
V-Man 29397. I remember that. Legend on the stream better than Vincent on the stream. I'm not being an enabler. I'm asking the questions that you guys all want me to ask. That's just, we got it. These are inquiring minds here. Everybody's got their own YouTube channels now, man. It's just,
and the podcast launches in 2 weeks, I'm sure. Get ready for it.
Our stream's going to shit, man. It's supposed to be like an exciting time, and now it's going right to shit.
It's just becoming like a promotional channel for everybody else.
Everybody's like,
your channel handle.
They offered up like a 2 or 3 takes. It's like, oh, by the way, I got my own YouTube channel, my own videos. I got my store down the street. Yep, here it is. Java, another one. I'm not, Java's probably be at what? Let me guess, 8:30 on Mondays and Tuesdays, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
live streams on Friday too. Game previews.
So we'll go to SneakerstoBoots. I'm sure he's got a live stream and a YouTube. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys?
How you doing?
Prime time. I didn't get to see you last time I made my debut. I was speaking to Legend.
It's probably a better conversation.
I was down in AC last week. I missed you. Sucks.
So yeah, fortunately I didn't get to see you guys last time or at the green and white scrimmage. I'm really curious of what burrito stand you guys went to because I did not see that at all. Like I got beer easy.
First one as soon as we walked in, it was right to the left as soon as we walked. I forget what entrance we walked in, but yeah, we just wanted.
We were in the
beer, and they were like, "No, you got to grab a burrito."
You know, when you go in the stadium, the first end zone was empty. Then we had to walk all the way down the side of the stadium. In the middle where the bar was, there was stands there. We were all in the opposite end zone, and the only way we can get beers, we had to buy either a burrito or a taco.
I guess they're definitely trying to make it up for the loss of last season with no money,
something, man.
Or anything.
So what did
that
you?
burrito definitely helped me though. I needed to put some food in my stomach. So
yeah, because you were an angry bird during that practice. But what were your thoughts on the green and white practice, man? Did you walk away like just whatever, or what did you think?
No, man, I had a good time. I was boozed up a little bit, so I mean, can't remember everything, but
you're probably better off.
the defense was flying around, which is great to see. CJ Mosley looked really flashy. Looked like he didn't lose a step. The defense was coming up big. The corners looked good. I mean, Zach Wilson's going to make his mistakes, man. Like the kid is 2 weeks on the job. Like I think I posted in the yesterday's comments. Like anybody 2 weeks on the job at any job is going to have some failures.
Yep.
You need to just learn, go through your progressions, and learn from your failures. That's how it's going to be, and Sal's going to preach that, and I think he's the best guy to do that in terms of leading Zach Wilson to being our Jets quarterback. So
now, they had a couple rough days of practice. Now, what do you want to see on Saturday night?
I think Vinnie was saying just confidence. Like, I expect the defense to play fast. Zach Wilson, maybe 2-3 series. He's going to make some good, hopefully just some good reads. I hope he just doesn't scramble out of the pocket right away. I want him to sit down on his feet, read his progressions, go from 1, 2, 3. Pretty much it. Like if they're able to move the ball, besides the first possession, unlike Gase, like the first scripted plays were always perfect. And after that, it just went down the toilet. Every flipping Sunday, it was terrible.
Any position battles that you're gonna be paying attention to?
Linebacker. Cashman looks pretty good during this green and white scrimmage. And then Najaldeen is apparently coming up big during practice and stuff like that. So it's good to see him in the fold for first team. I think Cashman might actually have a chance if he just doesn't break a toenail, to be honest.
It's always a problem.
Now, what do you want to see out of either James Morgan or Mike White?
None. I want a veteran quarterback. Like I don't think Josh Johnson will be here. I mean, I think we have Mike White and James Morgan as part of this committee or quarterback committee is kind of like a talking point just to like get them off their back because they know it's kind of a thing that they've messed up on in terms of addressing the quarterback situation. But Mike White looked pretty damn good. Like he did throw a couple good touchdown passes, especially that one that back corner of the end zone. I think it was Josh Malone who caught it. I think, but that was a pretty good ball. Like he definitely showed some flashes, but it's just got to be consistent, man. Like people are gonna have their up days, their down days, but they just got to learn from him. It's a young team. Their average age is like 25 years old. Yep. Like it's the youngest in like 20 years that at least we've had. I don't know about the NFL, but
no, it's a lot. There's a lot of learning going on, man. For the players, the coaches, everybody, they're all learning on the fly now. So it's gonna be times where it's gonna be ugly. It's just the way it's gonna be.
Yeah, and I really think that people who are trying to criticize Zach Wilson are talking out of their ass and have no idea what football actually is as a sport, and or just trying to troll the Jets, or they're just like incompetent Jet fans, or just like just mad and triggered just because they don't see instant gratification. Like football is a game of learning, and it takes time. Like Patrick Mahomes stunk his first practices. Like Peyton Manning threw the highest interceptions in NFL history. Like.
Yeah, no, it's not. We're not even talking about preseason games where he bombed out or a regular season game where he bombed out. We're talking about having bad practice. It's like that Allen Iverson clip. I just want to play it over and over. Like it's crazy, man. I'm just surprised we're at this point this early. I really am.
And the media is just trying to bait him with every question. It's like they want him to point towards his failures and his flaws. It's like they're trying to make up their headlines before they even write them.
Well, they're trying to bait Saleh today, trying to get him to kind of put a little pressure on the kid and just. And Saleh said all the right things. He's handling it well so far, so that's good.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting Saturday. Wilson goes 0 for 4 with 1 interception.
This stream will be off the rails. This stream will be off the. I'm going to have like a case of Truly sitting here for Saturday. There's no doubt about that.
I can only imagine what Colin Coward's comments are going to be, but for Stephen A. Smith, like he needs to know his own damn lane. Like he knows his basketball, give him that, but like. Football he's okay with, but like it's kind of like when he interjects with MMA and stuff like that. When he has his first thing with Joe Rogan's just staring at him with his eyes.
When they bring in Max Kellerman or Stephen A. Smith for UFC, it drives me insane. They have no clue what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, he has no idea. But I'll let you guys go. Thanks for letting me on.
Thanks for joining us. See, Prime Time, that was your introduction.
Dude, great call, man. Dude, great call.
Thank you. And I'll take you up on that shotgun, whoever wins in beer pong. Winner will get shotgun as a celebratory.
We're down. We're definitely down.
Do it.
All right, see you later, guys.
Have a good night, man. All right. Yeah, he's really good, man. Me and Legend had a good conversation with him when you were busy just living your life,
At least I'm here now.
That's right. Yeah, why not? Saturday night, 7:30. What could possibly go wrong? Just could you imagine? I could just imagine this stream, dude. If this shit just goes bad. I could just even.
I don't think it'll get that bad. I don't think the starting. I don't think the starting offense is even going to be out there for more than 2 series, and I think it's probably just going to be basic handoffs, some checkdowns, just get him comfortable in a game-like atmosphere. It was a good burrito, and she attested it. It's a great burrito. And I'm not typically one to speak that highly of like the food at MetLife. I like to cook and eat everything. Before I go in the stadium, I don't like spending money in there, but it was a good burrito, man.
I love that 10,000 kicks quote, Tommy. I'm with you. Saleh had a lot of good quotes and comments today. He's very educated, very well versed in how to handle the media. He knows all the right things to say. Always a positive message, just inspiring, motivational. Yep. It's always good. So you have no idea how much I'm willing to pay for Rich Samini to quit his job and delete. Yeah. I mean, dude, they all do this shit, man. Negativity sells. And look at it. They write negative articles, and what do? We all react to it and respond to it. That's exactly why they keep doing it. We enable them. So I'm super guilty of doing that shit. But it's still, some of this stuff still pisses me off. Let's see here. A couple more. The Jet fans ragging Wilson are mostly Jet fans who have been around a short time. They experience a couple of years of Gase, think that is suffering and deserve. Yeah. It's just too much too fast.
I think it's just more the pent up anger of the last 10 years. I think that's more what it is, like not trusting like the process because we've tried to trust McCagnon. We tried to trust Idzik, like every new quarterback, every GM head coach combo. We try to buy in early on. And then, we're left 3 years later starting all over again. So I think a lot of fans are just scarred from that.
You can be scarred, but you got to hit the reset button. It's just.
No, I completely agree, but. I get the fans that are at least a little skeptical.
We'll go to so now we got to make a rule with Jake. He can't be negative. He can't be doom and gloom and no negativity from Jake tonight. That's a rule.
No, he won't be negative tonight.
Yes, he will. Watch.
No, he won't. What's there to be negative about?
Does he know he's
What's
on?
up, Jake? I don't think he does.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
Yo, Jake.
Sorry. What's up?
What's up, man?
No,
Did you
I'm
not know we were talking about you?
No, I just got my fantasy football picks. I'm just doing research right now.
Okay, let's see them. What are they?
What's that?
What are your picks?
No. I mean, like, I got my pick, like, I have the 8th pick of the draft. So I'm just starting, like, my research, like, tonight. So I've been, like, researching, like, who I want to get for, like, running back, wide receiver.
When is your draft?
Next Thursday, which I'm kind of annoyed with because
that early.
I know we all like need to find a way to do like a live draft together, and I'm like, dude, everyone's moving and COVID. It's like it's kind of hard to get everybody in a room. So, and I personally like to do it after, dress rehearsal game or start. Yeah, I'll never forget like a year we drafted. Like my friend drafted Odell, and like literally 5 minutes later, preseason game, he like injured his leg. So like we were all like, this is not going to go well. But I'm probably going to go down to like maybe Devontae Adams in the first round, or maybe like a Nick Chubb. It's kind of interesting since we're talking about the Jets here. You guys listen to like CBS Sports, like it was like Jamie Eisenberg and all them, like the or like Heat coming, whatever. They actually are very, very high on like taking Michael Carter like in the 5th, 6th round in fantasy. Like they think he's going to be like a massive sleeper for this upcoming year.
I don't know
That's
if
a
any
bold
running
take.
back's going to put up a lot of numbers this year, and especially early on. I think Tevin Coleman is probably his job to lose early on, just because he's got the veteran experience, help you out in blitz pickup. He'll be able to diagnose some things for Wilson in the backfield. I don't know if Carter's going to get a ton of carries early on.
I think he will. I think Tevin's kind of just like that first running back on paper, and you're just going to see like who's producing, because all the speculation's been about Michael Carter. But I am excited to watch him play on Saturday for the game. But what I really want to watch most importantly is actually I want to see what the right side of the offensive line is going to do. I don't think we're really talking enough about like what our right guard's going to be, and we need to make sure exactly if it's going to be Fant or Moses for the right tackle position, because Fant's been out with the whole COVID thing. So is he going to pick up the system? Is Morgan Moses going to produce exactly what we promised? And let's not forget also Alex Lewis. Like what's this whole thing this week? He like left the team or something? Like what was? I mean,
no idea what's going on with that.
I mean, I guess, it's interesting. You guys talk a lot about like mental health, and I think it's very vital we talk about that. I'm starting to think like he's kind of doing exactly, he's kind of doing like with like Simone Biles and like Osaka. I think mental health is starting to take a toll on these players. I think they're starting to walk away.
Well, he had this issue last year too. So it's like at some point, they brought him back at a discounted rate. They redid his contract. They brought him back, but something's clearly going on. There's something's got to be, he also had a head injury too. Didn't he have a concussion or something like that too?
Yep.
Yeah, but
I definitely think it can go a long way, like just from a GM and team perspective, to stick with a player through some tough shit. But now it's 2 years in a row, and if you were expected to be a vital part of that offensive line, or at least provide some competition at right guard, he's making a decent amount of money. At what point do you say, all right, it's not worth the headache anymore? I don't really know.
I mean, there was news in the Giants that like 3 offensive linemen, like Looney, like Full, they all retired, like literally on the spot. So I know they're getting older, but I mean, I didn't want to try to get serious tonight. It's just I feel like a lot of people are starting to really take this seriously, and I think a lot of players are not just going to walk away because of concussions. They may just walk away because mentally this is a very demanding game. It's a very serious game, and it's something where I think a lot of people know that if their head's not fully in it, they're just not going to risk themselves and be a liability to the team at that point. They don't want to be. So I just think that's just something like that kind of came up to me last second I was reading tonight. And, I'm not talking about Zach. Like I already said, I'm not commenting on Wilson probably till later in the season. So I'm not going to get into that. So I just want to see like the other positions that we really don't talk about much is, making sure that, we have the right offensive line protection so the offense actually does work. Because we can talk about AVT. I mean, he has like a minor injury. He'll be fine. Becton, I guess, is doing healthier. He's a lot healthier now. No, Jose, I don't have Twitter. Sorry. Not my thing. But
you're not missing much.
No, I'm just anyways. And what else I want to watch? I want to see how the young kids in the secondary are going to do, because I guess you guys have to kind of say this yourself, and you've been critical about JD. Like, look at really his draft last year. I mean, Denzel Mims is now possibly going to get traded. Jabari Zuniga has barely even hit the field. Ashton Davis has been injured. Josh Morgan you start to question his draft a little bit last year, and it's like, I pray to God this is a draft where, like, having Salah and him together worked, and whatever happened last year with Gase, God knows what, but that's like half the draft last year already. It's like they're not going to be accounted for maybe the starting roster. I mean, I don't think it's a given all these guys are going to make the team. I mean, Ashton Davis probably will make the team, but he's out till week 2.
Yeah,
he's going to miss most of camp or miss all of camp. Yeah, no, sorry, he is missing all of camp. So that's going to go linger into like mid-season. So going back to what I said is, like, I really want to see these young, like, linebacker safety kids really make not an impact, but I want to see that, like, they're putting in the time, and Sal and Ulbridge really see that they actually have a chance to crack the starting lineup and do something instead of just relying on just Marcus May, maybe Bryce Hall to, show something in the secondary. I want to see that at least. I know, and they're going to play the whole game. They're all going to get to play probably from, the start. I don't know who's going to. Do you guys know who's, like, they depth charts released yet, or they don't really do that till like
for the most part, and at least in the practices that I've been at, it's been Bryce Hall with Bless Austin as your starters on the outside, with Javelin Guidry mostly in the slot, and sometimes Michael Carter's worked in there. I forget who's been with second team. I think Pinnock and Eccles have kind of rotated in and out there. So. Mm-hmm.
What about that Dunn kid, Isaiah Dunn, whatever it is? Was that the name?
They mentioned Elijah Campbell too. Solid mentioned him a couple times.
Yep. Who's Elijah Campbell again? I'm sorry.
Another corner.
Is he like an undrafted free agent we picked up, or is he like?
I have no idea. You keep mentioning his name.
I don't think he's undrafted. I think he's been around like a year or two, but I don't know if he's actually played anywhere. I'll check right now.
Maybe it's just practice squad. I mean, yeah, I think this is kind of. This is kind of the bread and butter of what Robert Saleh. I think, honestly, when it comes to the pass, I mean, I did watch the One Jets thing tonight. It was the most refreshing one I've seen, in over a couple years at this point. I mean,
I have to watch this after the show. I got to watch it tonight.
Oh, Elijah Campbell played 3 games for the Jets last year.
He did? What games were those? I was probably too hammered for those games.
You were prime time. You were on your like 4th like shotgun by the time you probably like made it.
That's probably one of the games it was. Yeah, it was towards the end of the year. So.
Probably one of the guys that helped beat the Rams.
Oh God, please! That tip by Marcus May, that was that was a whole nother thing. But yeah, I just want to just see like a lot of the positions that I obviously want to see the offense do well, and but I want to see the positions that I know that are going to be kind of our Achilles heel of the team. So I just want to see that happen. I think the pass rush. I mean, Carl Lawson, everything's been great. Everything has been lights out, fantastic, good person. His story was actually great. And it's funny, I made a lot of fun of him about like whole anime thing. Like, he's very big into like anime, but like he's very, very in depth when it comes to how he compares his overall football game to like what anime talks about. So it's all about being like very heroic, talking about being, being undervalued, being underprivileged, and like it really gets you up to playing to your highest level. So he really takes account and putting that into his play every day. So it's not like they're just interviewing these guys and they're like, yeah, I make money. Cool. Like it was actually like a really like innovative like interview. So, I mean, it kind of also says once again, while I said about JD in this last draft, it shows you he is drafting people that really just care and who have a passion for the game, and they're going to be leaders.
Well, that was their thing, dude. They want to have the old Mangini thing. You want captains of your team, the work ethic guys, the locker room guys, the weight room guys. Those are guys you want, man. That's how you change your culture. You get everybody buying in. You rally the team. Like Elijah Moore is a fierce leader. They're all well respected, and that's everybody rallies around them though. So, Jake, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
You guys sound good. Take it easy.
Take care.
Have a good night, man.
All right, the one here.
Just to let David know that I'll take care of Cassandra in fantasy football in Jose's league.
Nick says he's been hearing good things of Eccles. Where are you hearing those things at, Nick? Where are you hearing them at, man? You got sources? What do you got over there? Do you got some inside sources?
Eccles had a couple good practices.
You guys should make body pillow merchandise. What are we doing here? Yes, Mangini. Yeah, he actually did a really good interview with Mike Tannenbaum too. So he was pretty honest about his assessment, stuff like that. Yeah, I can't believe Elijah Campbell played last year. Jesus, we drank that much?
Yeah, we must have. I know I did.
That's terrible.
That's what Darnold did to me.
Uh-oh. Now we got a fantasy football challenge. So we're gonna go.
I'll spot you. If there's some way to do it, I'll spot you 20 points whenever we match up, and I'll still take care of you. Don't worry.
Whoa, damn. All right, so now we're going to go to a man that was formerly known as Rutgers. Then he just vanished, probably created his own YouTube channel, his own podcast, and everything else. What's up, longtime friends?
Yo,
Hey, how you doing?
what's up, man?
I'm
Where you
good.
been?
I've been real busy. Started a podcast. I'm just kidding. I've been I got a summer job at a restaurant, so I've just been working a lot, and they put me on a lot for Mondays and Tuesdays, and I work late nights, so I've missed all the shows and stuff. So
How's school going?
I'm not in any summer classes, so classes start back up, beginning of September, so I'm excited for that. But as of right now, I'm just working, trying to make some money.
So are you going back on campus, or you staying home?
This year I'll stay home, and then I'll look about get it going into a house next year. But for now, I'll just be commuting.
Nice. Okay, so we haven't talked football with you for a while. What are your thoughts on all this Zach Wilson stuff?
I was at the beginning of training camp. I was paying a lot of attention to it.
Picking up where we left off.
We never forget on this show.
I can never talk Jets here. I was paying a lot of attention to it. Just watching the little highlights from practice, reading the little Twitter stuff, watching all the interviews. But as of late, I've been kind of busy. From what I've been seeing, I think it's definitely overblown. I heard he wasn't the best during the green and white practice. I wanted to go to it. I ended up having something come up. I think I tweeted you guys that.
No, you blew us off. We're used to it.
I
That's how you roll, man. We're used to you. You're always blowing us off, man.
Okay, I'll be at both the practices against the Eagles for sure.
I'll be at the first one.
Okay, well, I'll be there, so I can see you guys there. I really wanted to go to the green and white practice, but I had a cousin coming from Minnesota, and she had her baby, so the whole family was beaten up, so I couldn't miss it. Basically, I think it's kind of overblown. Wilson's a rookie. Obviously, we'd love to see him just fit into the system and work really well. But, if this year is just a learning year where he just continues to grow, he has ups, he has downs, I don't really have a problem with it. I think a lot of people are keep him open. I think a lot of people are, kind of creating double standards, where, a lot of rookies, you're supposed to give him time, but as like they expect him to become like the savior instantly. And Jesus. I wouldn't draft DJ Moore first round. I promise you, bro. Look, bro. I'm gonna join the league when I win. I'm really not trying to hear anything because I win my fantasy leagues every year. I have my little tactics,
Cheating?
Sleepers. I never cheat.
Your tactics. What kind of tactics do you have?
I think sometimes there are positions where I'll join Jose's league. I just texted him. I not texted him. I sent him a tweet. So I'm gonna send him my email. I'll get on that. Basically, I like to play. I like to play for sleepers and stuff like that.
Why are you giving away your strategy before the draft?
I mean, it's not really a big deal.
He's taking sleepers in round one.
No, I would not take a sleeper in round one. All right, bro. You'll see. And I still don't think
George Kittle round one.
I mean, nah. But that's I don't think. I think Darren Waller is a good tight end. I don't have a problem with that. I wouldn't draft him in round one, or I wouldn't draft him before Kittle. I don't think. Tactics sounds like cheating.
Sleeper pick. This is new.
I mean, I just feel like Cassandra, it's not gonna happen. We used to talk about your fantasy team last year. I don't think you really could beat me.
Oof. So what do you want to see Saturday night, man? First preseason game. We're gonna see a lot of these young guys finally get on the field, which is exciting. What are you looking for?
For me, I think everyone's really talking about the quarterback position right now, and Wilson. They want to see Wilson do this. They want to see Wilson do that. I think personally, I'm not paying attention much to the Giants, so I think Galladay was banged up a bit.
Yep.
So I don't know if he's gonna be playing or not. I'm really interested to see the cornerbacks. I think that what Bless Austin's made comments talking about how him and I forgot his name.
Bryce Hall.
Bryce Hall. Sorry, him and Hall were highly touted guys, but who dealt with injuries, which is true. He said they feel confident going into stuff like that. So I'm interested to see how they've grown. I think they have Bless in the past has shown like some consistent growth, but he's also shown some bad things. I think I like the way Hall was developing last year. I'm really interested in watching defense this year. I think, to me personally, I'm excited for what the prospects of this offense. And why would anyone ever draft? I'll go with the jokes, man. I won't draft Kittle. I'll tell you that. Not because I'm against him, but I feel like actually it'd probably be funny if I drafted Kittle. But I think me personally this year, I'm not really gonna get sidetracked with the offense. Coming to this year, I said my big priority for the team is that I want to see the defense be great. I want to see the defense take big steps forward, because I think that's the position group where if we want to start with this the whole window of winning with the young quarterback, I think a good defense is something that's very key. I think I really like the defensive structure we have. And I'm interested to see how our defense can help keep us in games,
Fair enough. So that's prime time. You have anything more for this celebrity? I mean, we're honored to have his time tonight.
Celebrity.
So. I was just going to ask your thoughts, on Coach Saleh early on the first 2 weeks, like any impressions that you got of him so far.
I really love Coach Saleh. Any bits and clips I get to pick up.
He's no Greg Schiano, that's for sure.
I mean, Rutgers football to me, until we're good, I really won't believe
they were good last year. You didn't like what they did last year? They had some big wins last year.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like every time, Rutgers football last year, what can I compare it to? It basically every time you felt good about the team and you're coming into a next week and you're like, yes, this week we're gonna be great. We're gonna do something. You tune into the game and then you're getting blown out and you're just like, why did I do this to
myself? Like the Jets.
That's how I feel like watching the Mets right now.
I didn't want to say like the Jets because it just brings up too many bad memories.
All right, we can use Mets. That's fine. Mets works for me.
I'm putting Darnold behind me. He's in the chat trying to rile us up all the time. But
he's on the verge of getting blocked soon. I'm getting a little tired of his shit. So he's on the verge.
You get blocked, Stan.
If he wins week 1, he might be insufferable.
He'll definitely get blocked that week. A 1 week ban. Java, good seeing you, man. Thanks for calling in.
It's great seeing you guys. I'll be back around often. All right.
Cool, man. Talk to you later.
Be good.
Bye.
Have a good night.
All right. So we got to do this one. What great Jets with this season. You watch YouTube and TV personalities. Some people say we have great D, horrible offense. Others say horrible D, great offense. But no one says horrible kicker. We've been saying horrible kicker for 3 days now. We've been saying we have a kicker problem since Saturday.
We don't even know anything about the kickers right now.
They're
not
suck.
even getting any live work, it seems like.
We just know they suck. That's it. Let's see what we got here. We're going to go to Nick Hunter. Nick, what's up, man?
Tyson, I'm the guy who said it smells like weed in my house. I have no clue where this came from. None of my family's smoking right now at all.
You don't smoke?
I'm so confused. How the hell did this travel all the way throughout my neighborhood into my house?
It could definitely be a skunk. I've been fooled before.
Maybe. So. I don't know. Who knows?
Or it could be somebody outside your house smoking. You never know.
Yeah. Dude, so AVT is still injured? I'm confused about that.
He's out for Saturday already. Dan Feeney's starting.
So hypothetically, if he God forbid he wouldn't be able to start the season, Dan Feeney would most likely go in at left guard.
He's been the first guy up so far, yeah.
Yep.
Well, he's been a starter the last 3 years with the Chargers. I mean,
I love Dan Feeney.
Having him out there, but he's got some experience at least.
Yeah, I love Dan Feeney. I love his personality, but I don't feel comfortable with him at left guard.
That's a huge step back. That's a huge downgrade to the line.
Yeah,
for sure.
It is. Because I'm trying to think other than Becton and Vera Tucker, who on the O line is really 100% reliable?
McGovern,
hopefully.
I mean, Connor McGovern. He was okay last year. I didn't really watch him closely last year, but he wasn't fantastic, See,
the thing is, you got to figure out what was McGovern, what was the scheme, what was he dealing with next to him on both sides, how are the guards playing next to him? There was so much shit going on, and then apparently, according to every interview and according to the Jets too, this scheme fits him perfectly. Even the offensive line coaches said that. LaFleur said it. They're all high on him in this system.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I was kind of hoping we would break the bank for Corey Linsley or some other big name center, because I really want like a set in stone center on this offensive line. And I don't know if Connor McGovern's that guy. I really hope he is, but he might not be. You know?
They definitely think he is because they didn't go after Lindsley and whoever the other free agent was.
Yeah, it's a pretty high praise for him.
So they definitely had the money to go after a center if they felt it was in need.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys do you think they're going to sign a kicker anytime soon? Like I don't know what they're going to.
Hopefully.
I hope so, man.
Like I'm just confused, like how long they're gonna sweat this out with what's his name, Chris McGarr, and what's the other guy's name?
Matt Amendola.
Is it Sam Ficken or did
they cut him already?
Ficken got released a week or two ago.
Really? He just got dumped?
Yeah. I think it's probably going to be a situation like with Kari Vedvik, where they just find a kicker probably a week or so before the season.
Yeah.
And
No, they're going to let them play on Saturday. Those 3 field goals. They're going to let them shank kicks all for the next 2 weeks, then cut them.
God, that was terrible last year in 2019 on the Bills game with Kari Vedvik. Like the first field goal he missed, and then the extra point he missed. That was terrible, man.
Such a disaster.
Yeah. So Tyson, you're telling me if I were to go to MetLife Stadium, I have to get a burrito if I want to buy a drink?
Well, no, what happened was there was when you walk through the stadium, there were, in the middle of the stadium, they have a huge bar there. There's an enormous bar where you can buy drinks, and they had a beer stand there. But where we were sitting was the opposite end. So we're like, this line was so long, we're like, we'll just get a beer in our section, which makes common sense. But in our section, we didn't have the opportunity to do that. We had to buy a burrito with the beer. So it was just
that's terrible, man.
But there was other stands available to do that, but the lines were long and they weren't in our section. So we had to.
So you were trying to buy a beer like in the burrito section, basically.
Yeah, because you walk up to the stand and you see this big cooler full of Bud Light and Budweiser. I'm like, perfect. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm like, I think a Bud Light. He's like, no. Like, what do you mean no? He's like, no, you can't have that unless you buy a burrito. I'm like, that's just the most absurd thing ever. But apparently, people keep telling me they do this in Philadelphia. They do it in other stadiums too. So I didn't know that. My first time experiencing that. So the hell do I know?
Yeah, dude, and I'm really nervous about this preseason game because this is that time of the year where you start seeing those freak injuries and guys are out for the year and stuff like that. Like I'm just praying to God that we get out of this healthy because, like, I remember
that's an excellent point.
What was like the huge injury last year with like
Avery Williamson?
I feel like Avery. How was that? 2019. Was it? Was that 2019?
Actually, you might be right.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago. He came back last year, and then
he should have even been in the game. It was like late in the second quarter. I remember he tore his ACL.
Yeah, I really want Carl Lawson to stay healthy. I really want Elijah Harrod Tucker to get healthy as soon as possible because I can't deal with Dan Feeney at left guard. I just can't. I mentioned that already, but like I just really hope we stay healthy because this is the time of the year where.
No, it's all across the NFL, man. You see it in practice, especially when they go full pads, full contact, the preseason games.
Like Cam Akers get injured for the year.
Yep, that was a couple weeks ago.
Achilles, I think, right?
Every day you're seeing injuries now. It's just part of the process, unfortunately. But Nick, thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, have a great night, guys. Thanks for having me.
Man.
Great talking to you, man.
So prime time, Rachel has a comment for you.
Oh, what's that?
Only I can't get my thing frozen. I can't get to come up.
The smell is definitely similar, though. It's definitely a similar smell. But
skunk weed?
Maybe I just smoked some skunk weed. I don't know. I'll bring it to the parking lot. Let you guys decide.
My computer's frozen.
Are you frozen?
I think I was. Am I now or not? I think I was.
I can see you now.
We'll go to Ephraim.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you? Good. Rachel is actually right. I don't know how you could mistake weed and a skunk smell.
Really?
Yeah, really. I don't know where you're getting this stuff, but
guess I'm the only one. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what they're selling down there where you are. But I have to say, if I ever started a channel, you guys would be my inspiration.
Well, thank you for that. That definitely means a lot.
That's how I always come back to this channel. And I'll be honest with you, I go and listen to the other ones just to see what they have to say. But all seriousness, you guys have such a good take on things. And you know your stuff. You do know your stuff. So whether you say I don't do the X's and O's, when you chat, you point out a lot of stuff that is good content and you pick up on the game very quickly. So I have to give you that. I was going to go to the
And
game
now the
Saturday.
butt comes.
No, I had a close friend of the family, the whole family. His mother passed away. We had to go to the wake.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's David. We
Sorry
came
to hear that for sure.
When we came to this country, that we were with them in the refugee camp in Italy, and we came together into the United States, and we knew them since the 60s. And unfortunately, I mean, she was 82, but it's your time. It's your time, I guess.
Yeah, lived a long life at least.
Yeah, he lived a long life, you know. But I don't know. You guys get upset. I don't. You keep hollering over these guys. Always write bad things about the Jets, and you continue, and you say you fall into that trap.
Tyson, he gets me started. I usually ignore it, but when he goes off, I feel like I got to comment.
I don't care what they have to say. They always.
But see what happens. But see, like the guys say it, but now the fans, like now I'm getting direct messages. I'm getting emails. I'm getting tweets. I'm getting like inundated with this shit now. These are fans saying this to me.
Let's backtrack here. During the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we were losing, we were always talking about Trevor Lawrence. That was the prime name we were talking about. Then we had Clemson against Ohio State, and we saw Fields play a hell of a game. And then all of a sudden now Fields, that might be a good quarterback for the Jets, because we were thinking that just in case we don't get Trevor, Fields would be a good fit. But there was always in the background a few people talking about Wilson, not tremendously, because we, BYU, blah, blah, blah. Then Chris Sims comes out with his take, and all of a sudden, Wilson becomes very, very more in everyone's mind. So in the background, there's Jet fans that still wanted to have those sexy names, those primetime players, and now, of course, they went on the bandwagon and say, we got the best guy, Wilson, blah, 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 blah. But now he's not showing immediate satisfaction. So they say, we had the number 2 pick. We should have taken Fields, this guy, why do we stick with this? Why did we do blah, blah, blah? Everyone wants the instant gratification. They don't want to deal with their friends' comments because probably they have friends that are Giant fans or other fans. Yep. You know that. Most of the time, we hate other teams because we hate the fans.
Yep.
Because they talk shit, and we talk shit, and that's we already hate each other. We don't really hate the team per se. We hate the fans that talk and put our team down so they can feel better about their team, just like anything else. So I don't pay. It's 2 weeks in. We'll probably see a couple of maybe a quarter and a half, and he's out. And when we start seeing guys fighting for for positioning, and that was if you watch the Jets drive, you'll see Lawson talking to the defense, how he says you can't afford to take a day off. This team pays me a lot of money to work hard and not take a day off because there's teammates on this team that want my job, and I got to work hard to keep my job because even though they're my teammates, they're going to fight to get my job. So you can't take a day off. And that's what I want to see. I want to see hunger in this team. And I want to see it show who really wants to play hard and who wants to win their position. We'll see what happens as each preseason game comes about. We talk about the guys that they drafted last year, but we drafted a lot of kids this year and same positions. And bottom line, you got to work hard and you got to win your position. Just because you got drafted at this round, there's other guys there could come. The talent level could have been better this year than it was last year.
Yep.
So you got to win your position, and hopefully the best player comes out. And and we always keep going back to we need to sign this guy. He hasn't done it, so I don't know why we keep hype-handing the Jets. we keep
such a happy group.
We keep going back to we just want that guy, but they're not doing it. He hasn't shown any indication that he's going to sign a veteran corner or this. Salah had said one thing. you don't know what you got until you give these guys a chance.
Yep.
And that's what they're sticking with.
Especially against somebody else, not their own teammates. Like you got to go against an opponent. Like that starts this Saturday. You know,
exactly. See what happens. You know, and like you say, you know, the guy, if they have a need and they see it, yeah. And just like you said, I wouldn't go after this Henderson because to me, if in back of my mind, if he's getting cut right now, either he's a head case and he's dissatisfied, he's not playing what he, you know, or he's not happy with somebody there. That means you're bringing a bad character guy into the system. So
especially to a locker room that's all about team. There's a lot of you know chemistry, a lot of, you know, it's like a pretty good like a feeling in the locker room. You don't want to bring a pain in the ass.
Yeah. And what do you tell the guys that you have now? You tell us you want to give us a chance, but yet now you go sign somebody to fill the spot. So, you know, it's a catch-22. So, you know, it's going to be an interesting game. It's probably the first, like I said, first quarter and a quarter and a half. We'll see, and then we'll see the guys fighting for positions.
Then the booze.
I'd like to see, and then the booze kicks in. But I like to see what they do with the tight ends in this game.
Yeah,
and see how they want to play them. Are they going to play them with just the block, or are they going to put in? Are they going to scheme some players? And as far as Mims, I'm sure they'll try to scheme him open. But I also have to say in the back of my mind, is he dissatisfied with this particular offense because he's not used to it? He plays a different offense. Is he not attempting to adapt to it, engulf it? But we'll see. And I believe if he doesn't get a lot of playtime, it's on him. That's how I'm looking at it. Yeah.
Well, it seems like they have a lot of competition. They give you a chance to compete, and they rotate all the receivers in different first, second, third string. You got to maximize your opportunity, man. You can't drop passes, be sluggish, not run good routes. That you got to do the right thing.
I compare this to hockey in the sense of a young team where the coach is mixing lines up to see which guys are gelling together.
Yep.
Speaking of hockey, prime time. There's rumors that Zibanejad is possible part of a trade to get Eichel.
I wouldn't like that.
I know, but they
giving up way too much if you're getting him, especially with all the neck issues that they're talking about.
But they also talking about that you're going to be starting to pay.
Have you been impressed with the way that Drury's been handling this offseason? Because
from day one, I called him a snake for what he did. So you know, but he brought those two goons in, so I guess he's looking to.
I like that they're adding grit, but I don't know.
Yeah, but what kind of grip? You know, you could add grip, but
it just seemed like, you know, JD and Gordon, they seemed like they had the right plan long term, and then now I don't know where we're going.
He's a snake, Drury the snake. That's what I'm going to call him because he went into Dolan's ear and he got Gordon fired, and JD was not going to be part of it, and he did the loyal thing and he left. So you know, I didn't want to see that, but Saturday is going to. It's the first test. Let's not go crazy if it's not a big, you know, don't go crazy. It's only preseason. And listen,
us go crazy? Are you kidding me? We would never do that.
And we've been talking from day one. We want to see progression.
Yep.
If we don't win the first game, if we don't win the second game,
I feel like Ackerman's trying to calm us down already. You see, like this, he's trying to.
I actually do feel a little bit calmer already.
Yeah, don't listen to these guys.
Only Tuesday, man. I'll be back revved up on Friday.
Yeah, but you especially, because you always tell us, I don't listen to these guys. They want clicks, but you get aggravated because you're a true fan. You have passion.
Because this isn't. But these are fans saying this shit.
And bet you're a true fan, and you're protecting your team at every right. But you just stick to your guns. Take it easy. Don't go crazy.
Saturday's still gonna be chaos. You can't control us. We're gonna go. Right. The first drop pass, we're gonna be throwing shit, yelling.
Exactly. But I mean, but still, you'll take 2 steps back and you'll say, okay, let's see how good the rest of the team played, and you'll be fine. It's still a game, you know, and we hope for the best, you know, and support the team.
There it is.
There you go.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, always support you guys. You guys are the best.
Thanks for calling on. We appreciate it.
Anytime. Be well. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Yeah.
Have a good night, man.
You better go see a doctor if it dropped 20 points.
Have a good night. Man. Oh shit. He's so calming. I think he knows. He's just like, like don't overreact on Saturday. And like we'll be calm for the first until like the trillies start kicking in, and then
I'm waiting for your first real argument with Afram. Like at some point during the year, he's gonna try and like calm you down from like one of your rants, and I'm waiting for that day. At some point, it's gonna happen.
I don't think I'd ever argue with Afram. He's too nice.
At some point, it's gonna happen.
Too hard on Ghost Pepper. What are you talking about?
I don't think I can argue with him, but at some point you will.
Why? Why would I argue?
When you're in your rants, if he calls in trying to calm you down, you won't listen to it.
What are you trying to say? I'm not open-minded? Ah, shit. Well, we'll bring on Jose. What's up, man?
Hey, Tyson.
Yo.
You downgraded calls today.
I did what? I downgraded callers?
No, co-host.
Oh.
Co-host.
Hell, come on.
Yeah, well, Jose, I got to be equal opportunity here, man. I gave Legend a lot of prime time, a lot of air time. So now I can bring on the Bozo for a little bit and see how that works. So, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good.
How's Jamal doing?
He's doing all right.
Good video, man. You did a good video on him.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Please share it around.
You doing?
And Primetime, you better watch it.
Yeah, Primetime didn't even watch it. I mean, that's ridiculous.
As soon as the stream ends, I will watch it. I didn't get any notification that there was a Jamal Adams video to watch.
Oops, wrong one.
That's because you don't even watch your own channel.
That's true too.
What, would you tag us?
Yeah,
no.
he tagged us. He tweeted us and tagged us.
No, and I said on last week's show.
Yep.
I wasn't on last week's show.
Which means Jose means you came on, talked to me, had a great time, and Primetime didn't have. He was too busy to even watch it and listen and care. I know
exactly. That's my point.
The way he rolls, it's a one-way street with Primetime. His street or nobody's.
90% of the content on this channel I watch. Sometimes I'm a little busy. I don't get to watch.
They sure the fuck ain't making it. That's for sure.
Come on, I've been better.
So Jose, your fantasy league is a hot commodity, man.
There are 3 spots left.
Well, John wants in, man. You gotta get John in.
John, if you have a Twitter, follow me and DM me your email, and I will add you.
Jose's fantasy team's it's a big league there. Primetime, you in it?
I mean, the winner's already been determined, so I don't know if it's worth it for anybody else.
Primetime's in it.
Like, I'm already gonna be the winner of this shit. Like I already know that. So, especially looking at the competition, like facing Cassandra a couple times this season, that's gonna be easy.
Also, the person that comes in last has to do a shotgun on this channel if they're.
They should have to do a shoey.
A shotgun and a shoey if you come in last place. How about that? Back to back.
If they're a part of this channel. So, yes.
I definitely see Primetime finding a way to get Darnold on his team somehow. There's no doubt about that.
So I'm not revealing any of my secrets.
Yeah, like one of your secrets, like Javid's secrets.
Some of my tactics.
So can we talk this overreaction bullshit?
Go ahead.
Please do.
Gentlemen,
I think all kinds of shots at you, man.
That's fine.
Gentlemen, and Primetime. There and Rachel in the chat. There is no such thing as a perfect rookie. All rookies are going to fucking struggle.
Yep.
At some point or another. Wait till November.
Yep.
Wait till fucking.
Well, hold on. Didn't the Seahawks sign Matt Flynn to a huge contract, and then Russell Wilson came in as a mid-round draft pick and lit it up and won the job?
That's because Matt Flynn had a bad elbow injury.
Okay. I'm just asking.
He was making a good point, prime time. Why you got to cut him off? This is why you're not a good co-host.
I was asking. He said all rookies.
He's dropping some knowledge, and maybe you should just take time to listen to his knowledge. You can learn some things.
I was just asking.
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
That's the situation he knows about. So I figured I'd get his input on that.
As a matter of fact, since you brought up Brother Wilson, by week 5,
he'll be traded.
No, I was his rookie year.
Oh.
People in Seattle wanted him benched.
Yep.
For not slim. That's how much he struggled the first 5 games.
Yep.
And then he picked it up and.
What's your Twitter, Jose?
Jayhawk_21.
Jayhawk_21.
If you follow either one of these two,
yep,
you'll find me. All right. Good grief.
It's good grief, he says. He's too busy for this shit.
No, it's not that I'm too busy. It's just.
Jose, I got a question for you.
Yes.
How's Jamal Adams doing?
Yeah, PT already asked that. Get a new job.
I never heard of an opt-in before.
Yep.
No.
A hold-in? Is that what they're calling it?
No, that's our offensive line.
That's Dwayne Brown.
Oh, Dwayne Brown.
That's
right.
Dwayne Brown.
You got a bunch of unhappy players out there in Seattle, man. What the hell's going on out there? All these guys are malcontents.
They all want to get
top
paid.
5 pick. Here we come.
Yep.
They all want to get paid.
You want to watch Titanic? Watch the Seahawks this year. That's Titanic right there for you.
No, watch the Mets right now.
That's true too.
Oh, you can't because they're rained out. Thank God the game got canceled tonight.
Yeah, you guys were gonna get your asses whipped.
We were going to. You're right. We already were. We were down 3-1 in the first inning.
He just unloads on you, man.
You were already down 3-1.
I know.
Oh, by the way, I gave you a new nickname, the Bride of Chucky.
Why? What did I do to deserve that?
You believed in your man for too long. You stood by your man for too long. It was a bet.
But I would do that for any quarterback, though. That's my quarterback. It was the same thing for Zach Wilson. He's my guy now.
It was a better song than it was when you did it.
This is why we need Tyrone on the show. So Jose goes after Tyrone and not me.
No, I'd still go after you.
Last show you were going in on Tyrone. I was enjoying that.
Well, speaking of Tyrone, since you brought him up, I hope he feels better.
Thank you. That's very nice of you.
But however, when I did my shotgun, you guys don't even know this, I had COVID.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Did you really?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive, then.
Damn.
Yeah, and I still did my shotgun.
That is very.
I'm glad you're doing better, man.
So I hope he feels better because I want to see a shotgun on next Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday.
Yep.
Whenever he decides.
Next week he owes us.
Whenever he decides to show up. And not that this has a. Well, this might have to do with the Jets, but there's a Cuomo resigning have anything to do with the Jets? Anything at all? I'm just wondering.
Does what have anything to do with Jets?
Cuomo?
Cuomo? No, Cuomo
I don't
doesn't.
think so.
No, he's
I'm
just
checking. I'm just checking.
No.
Jets don't even play in New York, so.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
That's spiraled out of control. I mean, that was took him long enough.
Yeah.
But Jose, good talking to you, man. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it.
Tyson, thanks for having me. Bride of Chucky, see you later.
Chucky, see you later.
Good talking to you, Jose.
Funny shit. Oh shit! Yankees are losing 7-4. Well, they're decimated with injuries and COVID right now.
Yep.
But at least they're not free falling like the Mets.
Yep.
So we'll be. What's today? Tuesday. So we'll be back Saturday night for the live stream prime time.
Yep.
Unless something else goes on, and then that's it. So we will talk to all you guys Saturday night.
Have a good night.